Hello guys, today I'll be ranking RCS2 players from the first place, which is almost 4 months ago. So basically, because my opinions have changed on a lot of people, that's why I decided to make this vid in the first place. And remember to like and subscribe to see more similar content like this. But with all of that out of the way, let's get on with the video. So the first user I will be ranking today is Ty. So Ty as of now chill and such. Nothing else to say, I'd put them in around and a tier. Next up is progression. Yeah, I don't need to explain at all why I'm putting progression in D tier. But if you don't know, progression did groom someone all the way back some months ago. Next up is Chronos. Compared to my original vid where I ranked him a D tier and called him a little rat for some reason. Looking back on it, it was so goofy that I decided to say that. Anyways, in my eyes, Chronos has kinda redeemed himself since then. So I'll move him up to around a C tier. Next up is BetaStage. Y'all probably know where I'm already going with this. I know it seems like I glaze BetaStage whenever he says something. I swear I just find the stuff he says is really interesting. And because of that, I'll only rank him an S tier and not an SS tier. Next up is Flame. Similar to progression, I don't think I need to explain why I'm putting Flame at such a low tier. But since the original video came out, my opinion on Flame has become even worse as time passes on. So that's an instant D tier. Next up is FlyWater. I don't really have anything to say about FlyWater honestly. I'd guess a B tier probably. Next up is Oyasumi. Same thing with Oyasumi, don't really know much and care about the ranking. Also a B tier. Next up is TextCode. So from what I know of, TextCode was an RCS2 admin. Have nothing else to say, I'll give him a B tier though. Next up is Allay. I already mentioned Allay in more detail in part 5 of my Roblox Chat Simulator 2 Iceberg series, but for a brief summary. Allay's an infamous serper and groomer in the RCS2 community in short. Just because of that, I'd give them an instant D tier. Next up is NeroGreen. Similar to Allay, I already talked about Nero more into detail in part 5 of the Iceberg. Again, another erper and groomer that I'll definitely put in D tier like always. Next up is Orange. Most of you watching probably don't know who Orange is, and that's not surprising. He did quit over half a year ago at this point. But basically, Orange was a reporter who was controversial for just being an idiot in general. Off topic, but he did once have a channel where he uploaded RCS2 content, which is potentially a lost media due to it being lost. But back on topic, I'd put Orange in C tier from his past behaviors. Next up is Blindy. Blindy was a flame mod and was chill at that. I have nothing else to say, so I'll give him an A tier. Next up is 2DI. 2DIs in my opinion is basically Watery on steroids. The main problem with 2DI is that she is annoying just like a younger sibling. Because of this, I'll put her in B tier. Next up is Takakau. My opinions are very mixed on Takakau. This is mainly because of Takakau being on Lazy's side, and as you probably know, me and Lazy really don't have the best history together. And because of this, I'd give them a B tier to be honest. Next up is AlphaStage. Even though he glazed Flame for most of his time on RCS2 and maybe be a femboy, I still think Alpha is still kinda chill, I don't know. I'll give him an A tier. Next up is DevDuck. I don't really have anything to say about DevDuck besides being a reporter and sadly being a victim in this community, which I feel bad for honestly. Because of that, I'll give him a B tier. Next up is Helios. Nothing at all to say, I'll give them a B tier as well though. Next up is WateryMoroccan. Now hear me out for a moment. Watery is actually a chill kid when he is not talking about skibidi toilet or saying the N-word hard R. I've known him for months, and without the brain rot, he is kinda sensible. A lot to explain, but basically the summary is an S tier. And finally we have Hello. Yay, I don't really know much about Hello, so I'll just put them in B tier honestly. And that's it for the ranking. This video is filler for possibly some more ambitious projects coming up soon. I just wanted to upload a long form vid after my 2-week hiatus. But with all of that out of the way, I'll see you guys soon.